The lights burn hot above the ring, casting long shadows across the canvas as the crowd swells with noise, anticipation crackling through the air like static before a storm. This is not just another bout. It's a proving ground. On one side stands Ben the Surgeon Whittaker, England's stylish technician, an Olympic pedigree fighter whose confidence borders on theater, whose movements are as sharp as the nickname suggests. On the other side, marching forward with pride and defiance, is Ezra the African King Arenyeka, Nigeria's warrior, a man fueled by bravado, belief, and the hunger of someone who feels overlooked. The applause rises when Arenyeka is announced, his presence loud, his energy defiant, shoulders rolling as if daring Whittaker to meet him head-on. But Whittaker remains calm, ice-cold, eyes focused, breathing slow. This is a man who's been here before, who understands that boxing at this level is not chaos, but calculation. As the referee pulls them together, the instructions echo. Protect yourself at all times, and the gloves touch. 10 rounds or fewer. The bell rings, and immediately, Whittaker begins his work. The jab snaps out like a measuring tape, up and down, touching Arenyeka's guard, testing reactions, setting traps. There's no rush, no waste. Arenyeka, buoyed by confidence and crowd reaction, looks to impose himself early, but the difference in schooling is visible almost instantly. Whittaker glides, shifting his weight, stepping just outside danger, slicking shots by inches. Every movement has purpose. The crowd senses it too, the subtle control, the quiet dominance. Arenyeka's aggression, the same style that brought him success before, now feels like it's playing directly into Whittaker's hands. As the opening round ticks away, Whittaker doubles the jab, dips under counters, and nods slightly as if acknowledging his own rhythm. The message is clear. This ring belongs to him tonight. As the fight moves into the second and third rounds, the pace sharpens, but the balance remains firmly in Whittaker's favor. This is where the surgeon goes to work. He begins mixing levels, stabbing the jab upstairs, before sliding left hands into the body, drawing Arenyeka's guard high, and then splitting it open. The punches aren't wild. They're precise, economical, delivered with textbook balance. Arenyeka tries to answer back, swinging overhand rights and long shots, but Whittaker reads them like a language he mastered years ago. He rolls with the shots, lets them glance off shoulders and forearms, and counters with crisp accuracy. A clean right hand snaps Arenyeka's head just enough to remind him that this is different territory. The Nigerian keeps coming, brave, proud, but the rhythm isn't his. Whittaker steps in and out, feints with his shoulders, freezes Arenyeka for half a second, then lands. That half second is everything. By the middle rounds, Whittaker's confidence grows visibly. He starts leading with hooks, sitting down just a little more on the right hand, walking Arenyeka onto shots rather than chasing him. The crowd reacts to every clean connection, every slick escape, every subtle piece of footwork. Arenyeka has moments, brief flashes where he closes distance, throws in volume, but each attempt is met with punishment. Body shots dig in, uppercuts skim through the guard. The difference in timing and accuracy becomes glaring. This isn't about power, it's about control. Whittaker is schooling him, round by round, breaking him down mentally as much as physically. By the time the fight reaches the halfway point, Arenyeka's aggression has turned into effort, and effort has turned into frustration. Whittaker, meanwhile, looks comfortable, breathing steady, eyes clear, body loose. This is his world now, and he's dictating every second of it. Entering the second half of the fight, the tone subtly shifts. Whittaker senses it. The openings are wider now, the reactions slower. Arenyeka is still game, still firing back, but the weight of accumulated damage is beginning to show. Whittaker starts to turn the screw. He increases the tempo just enough. 3-punch combinations, sharp bursts that end with Arenyeka backing up, or forced to shell up on the ropes. The jab continues to be the key, snapping Arenyeka's head back, pushing him into uncomfortable positions. Then come the body shots, lefts thudding into the ribs, right hands digging under the elbow, shots that don't always draw cheers, but steal breath and strength. Arenyeka tries to rally, flinging punches in frustration, But every time he commits, Whittaker is there to make him pay. A clean uppercut catches him stepping in. A counter right lands as Arenyeka pulls away. The crowd can feel the momentum tilting further and further. There's even a moment of edge, tempers flare, a warning from the referee, a brief reminder that pride is on the line as much as the result. But Whittaker never loses composure. He walks back to the corner smiling, knowing he's firmly in control. In the later rounds, Arenyeka's legs look heavier, his movements less sure. Whittaker backs him up repeatedly, landing neat combinations and then slipping out before return fire. He's not reckless, he's patient, surgical. He knows he doesn't need a knockout to make a statement. Still, in the closing moments, he presses harder. A left to the body folds Arenyeka slightly. A trio of punches upstairs snaps through the guard, one landing flush, leaving Arenyeka visibly shaken. The bell saves him, but the message is undeniable. This gap has only widened. The final round arrives with both men called to the center, gloves touching one last time. For Arenyeka, it's about survival and pride. For Whittaker, it's about authority. The bell rings, and Whittaker immediately reasserts himself, working behind that educated jab, sliding left hands into the body once more. Arenyeka shows heart, throwing back, refusing to fold. But his legs betray him now, unsteady under pressure. Whittaker senses the chance to punctuate the night. He steps in, lands clean to the body, then upstairs, another crisp combination that sends the crowd into a roar. Arenyeka is hurt, forced backward, covering up as Whittaker unleashes a final flurry. For a moment, it feels like the stoppage might come. 15 seconds remain, and Whittaker pours it on, punching with accuracy rather than desperation, placing shots where they do the most damage. Arenyeka somehow stays upright, clinging on, staggering to the final bell. When it sounds, both men know the truth. The fight is over, but the story has been written. As the judges tally their scorecards, the arena buzzes with expectation. Then the announcement rings out. Winner by unanimous decision, Ben the Surgeon Whittaker. Another victory. Another lesson delivered over 10 rounds. Whittaker raises his hand, calm, composed, his reputation growing with every performance. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Against a proud, aggressive challenger, Ben Whittaker showed why he is one of the most technically gifted fighters of his generation. Precision over power, intelligence over chaos. And as he leaves the ring, the message is clear. This surgeon is still operating, and the division is officially on notice.